What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Oh, yeah. I'm in on that one.
Taking a ride on the Zooey.
Welcome in the Spitballers Podcast, episode 123.
Oh, 1, 2, 3?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you know me.
I liked it. Your enthusiasm never wavered throughout, which is important to a good scat. You had,
Crucial.
It was a variant on. I mean, I haven't heard anything like it. That's a good scat, my friend.
Look, you shoot for the stars. Sometimes you land on the moon.
Yeah, and
But you didn't.
I didn't.
You landed in the stars, my friend.
Yes.
You're beyond being able to come back. You are so far
Either
away.
way, I'm dead.
you know how Jason feels about Zooey's.
Oh, yeah.
At SpitballersPod on Twitter, Instagram.com/SpitballersPod. You can watch the show, YouTube.com/Spitballers. Welcome in. Welcome all the brand new listeners to the show. As you heard, it's episode 123. So if you're brand new, you have a lot of episodes that you can listen to.
Clear your calendar.
So, I mean, award-winning episodes.
Jason.
Multi-award
winning.
I apologize. Back-to-back award-winning best comedy podcast, 123 episodes to listen to.
A lot of you have built up some vacation time at your respective jobs.
Mm-hmm.
We recommend you don't use that to vacation. You use that to listen to the show.
It's a vacation.
You take a couple weeks, vacation
This
from
is you
yourselves.
time.
That's right. This is you time and us time.
Yeah. Yeah, you and us. We're all together.
More us than you. But.
And I mean, we could prove it to you because we've got a review to read.
Reviewosaurus Rex.
This one comes in from Mark's mama.
Mark's
mama. One word. 5 stars. Whole family anticipates Monday. Shows come out Monday morning, and we, as a family, just love it all. All the segments have become favorites. I'm a teacher, and in this crazy year, have stolen many a would you rather for my classroom conversation starters. We're gonna need a Billy on that one.
Oh, yeah.
But brilliantly funny, off-the-cuff conversations that feel like you're sitting with your most hilarious friends. Clean comedy. Well, thank you, Mark's mama.
Got it going on.
Wonderful review. And Jason is right. We do charge a small royalty to classroom students if they use our Would You Rather questions, which are all individually copyrighted by Al Borland.
Mm-hmm.
He spends most of his time on paperwork, and then we obviously sue who we need to.
So many nickels we have collected.
Yeah. But thank you for all that paperwork, Al.
And times.
That's true.
Really nickel and dime people. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. It's one of those episodes. Here we go.
Would you rather?
Alexis from Twitter, would you rather live with a robot who cooks delicious meals for you every day or live with a robot who cleans your home every day? So the robot either cooks delicious meals or cleans your home.
Sounds like I'm going to be getting 2 robots.
That is
Where
not
is the
an
robot
option.
store? Because I would like to buy. Honestly, if I could have my entire, every cent that I make goes to just buying
all
more
those
robots, and I could just get a home full of robots. Whew, that'd be the life.
Imagine the people in the future. I mean, people will be the Jetsons eventually, because we've all seen the robot dogs out of Boston Dynamics. If those things don't,
Kill us all.
Yes, singularity. Realize that their robots are being mistreated, but eventually there'll be robots that can cook and clean.
Yeah, that's what you think, but the Jetsons, you know what I think about with the Jetsons?
What, Rosie?
I think about putting my hair in one of those things, and it cuts the hair and styles it, and then every day you can get a fresh cut in the morning.
Yeah.
That's what you care about most?
No, it's not what I care about most. I'm just saying you said that we'll be the Jetsons. I don't think we're getting flying cars, and I don't think we're getting my hair cut just like we aren't getting the hoverboards. It's all a lie.
I think
the
we're
gap
gonna get
between
there.
those little Boston Dynamics dogs running around doing nothing for those are $75,000, by the way. You can buy one.
Wait,
I
you can
cannot
buy
buy one.
Well,
You are wrong.
you-
What's their leasing options?
and of course, this came up because our family's getting a puppy, and
You looked into the mechanical
well,
dog first?
before we even decided to get a puppy. My son, he's like, "Let's get one of these," and I was like, "You don't really want a robot dog."
Okay, hold up. Sorry. Philosophical moment time.
Sure.
I apologize, Alexis from Twitter. We'll get to your question maybe now.
Maybe.
If there was a robotic dog that was, let's say, 75% acted like a real dog, like
Got it. 3 legs. Got it.
yes, good math. But no, I mean more in behavior, cadence, what they'll do.
Yeah.
They'll jump up and lay on your lap, and
Yeah.
but it's a robot. There's no life. This thing goes and sits on a charger while you
man.
sleep.
You're
Do
You're
you-
speaking my
is-
language right now, man.
Is there any reason to buy this thing? Like, would you want
Well, I mean,
that? Would you want just a robot that comes and like steals your electricity? You got to feed it.
steals your electricity.
Well,
wait, hold on. What? Hold
Am
on.
I giving? I don't have to give it shots.
Yeah.
It never dies and makes my kids sad. It never.
So, but I'm confused at the part where it's taking my electricity, but I also have to feed it. Why do I have to feed the robot?
Yeah, you
not
feed it
electricity.
no, I'm feeding it electricity. I was just trying to
Okay.
double up on the negatives
little
here.
electricity cubes.
But my point is this: what? Because I'm a huge dog lover. I love dogs.
Yeah.
What good would that not real dog ever bring? Could you find joy in that? Could you
I bet you could.
love
Yeah,
that
yes,
dog?
I guarantee you could.
Yeah, you. See, Mike. I thought you were going to go the other
No.
direction. I'm completely with you on this.
I could never love that thing.
I think you could, because if what you're saying is true, then that dog shows you all the things that you like about dogs. Therefore, you would build an affection for it.
But I know it's not real.
Yeah,
Okay.
but have you ever seen the Mandalorian's got like a droid robot in there? They form a connection. C-3PO? You don't have a connection to C-3PO?
It's not just that, and this isn't robot, but Jason, you are like me. You can be a very emotional man when you are watching a movie.
Absolutely.
So when you're watching Game of Thrones, and you know a character that you cared about, all of a sudden they are now gone, and you're telling me inside you didn't go,
Oh, absolutely.
and hurt that this fictitious creature that you have never spent a single physical moment of your life with,
Which is also an actor.
like this is
They're
not
not even a real
thing,
person.
but you care. We are human beings. We all have had an item in our life that we are sentimentally attached to, and you can't get rid of it. And at the end of the day, you're like, well, it's a toenail clipping, but no, I've had this since the 5th grade, you know, and I just can't I can't get rid of it.
I don't have affection for things. I don't have a memento that I would
Impossible.
feel.
Okay. Let me give you a different story then.
Okay.
A dog, we understand, a more intelligent creature. There is a reciprocity. Is that a word?
It
There's
is now.
There is a
I love Michael Keaton.
the dog doesn't experience what you experience. It experiences dog affection from you, but not what you are experiencing from the dog. But an animal like, I don't know, a gerbil or a rabbit, the experiences that those animals are having, they don't have the experience you
Like
do.
a snake.
You're basically keeping them in a cage, but you can form a huge affection to them and love them, and they would really rather leave you.
Yeah, and they're like, you keeping me in this cage, you turd.
Yeah.
Let me out.
I mean, I don't know how that's different than a robot.
Look, you guys make really strong arguments. The actors, the caged animals, but there is something about life that I mean, I realize it's people acting out life, but this machine, I don't know if I could or not.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, the android in, like, you know, C-3PO, that's probably the best. Like, I could see imbuing it with those elements, but I need it to have those elements. Anyways,
Would I be allergic to the robot dog?
They can build that in, yeah.
Oh, they'll build it in.
Yeah, those-
If you want.
It's a feature,
Would
not
you like
a bug.
minor allergies?
All right, so Alexis has a question from Twitter.
Yeah, the question that you didn't answer because
That's
you
right.
answered both.
So
Cooks delicious meals or cleans your home.
I'm going to assume that this robot I have imbued with all the emotional love. And while I love them cooking and I love them cleaning, I enjoy one of these tasks and despise one of these tasks. Could you imagine life with a robot that just cleans up everything after you? I would love that. We got 3 kids. We all have 3 kids here. They don't clean up after themselves very well, and this robot would make sure that they never have to.
It's tough because autopilot meals is really.
Yes.
I mean, Mike, I knew you would go that way, but not having. It's not just making the meal. Like making a meal can be fun. It's actually thinking about it, buying the ingredients, planning it, cleaning up after it. Autopilot meals.
Yeah, lock it up, man.
You would take the cook over the cleaner.
1,000%.
I'm sitting here thinking I pretty much get autopilot meals already.
Oh, look at me.
Well, I just mean my wife I'm not a good cook, and she's outstanding and does it so well. So I guess I would probably ask her which one she wanted and go with that robot.
You do both of these things anyways.
Picking up is obnoxious. I am also not the best picker-upper after myself.
Just can't bend down.
But when it comes, it's really far down. I got these tight hamstrings.
Yeah.
But cleaning, when you're actually when you start to engage in the act of cleaning, it's really not that bad. I mean, you if you're gonna vacuum, pop your headphones.
The headphones are key, man.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna cleaning the bathroom. It sounds like this daunting task, but you're really done in about 5 minutes.
I have had a couple of times recently where my wife has cooked an incredible dinner. There's a lot of mess. I get up to help clean the mess up, which I try to do because she spent all this effort and time. And a couple times she's like, "Please don't. I would like to listen to a podcast and just go into a zone."
Oh.
I would like to buy whichever robot you do not need off of you, and then I will have both. So we're going to work out a deal here. You get no robots. I get 2 robots.
So you win.
Yes, this is a great – thank you, Alexis.
And now what happens then when Robot EXV passes away?
I would cry. I would absolutely 100% be devastatedly heartbroken.
All right. Brett from the website. Would you rather retire 10 years earlier or work 2 hours less each day? That's a great question and I think those lines are nice, Al, because 10 years, it's earlier, but it's not, your whole life. But 2 hours less per day, that's a lot of life stacked up over.
So what's the normal?
8 hours a day.
No, the normal retirement age.
Like 65.
And if you took 10 years away from that,
you would get a number that I could not possibly tell you about.
Oh, no, we can't do that on this show.
Yeah, we don't have the draft.
55.
Thank you, Sammy Hagar. 2 hours less each day. So you normally work, that'd be a 30-hour work week for your whole life.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
So, let's get philosophical again.
All right.
Great. I know where you're going, too.
What is retirement? Is retirement where you are just cruising around the world you go from one cruise ship to the next and it's all relaxation and luxury time? Or do you just simply, shift and go into philanthropy or some other work that is productive? You know what I mean? Like, what do you guys think you're going to do in your retirement?
It's what I was going to answer this question with, which is I like working because we have a career that I enjoy doing. So I think I would rather do the 2 hours less each day, keep that part of my life going. But to answer your question, I think it is the removal of the obligation to work. So if you want to take a year off or 2 years off, you're not under the gun. You're not under the demands. That would be technically I think most people just think of it as not working anymore.
Right. But I'm so passionate about building birdhouses. I just love them.
Yeah.
And I can't make a career out of that because I'm building little birdhouses. But if I retire and I choose that's what I want to do with my time, I think that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I'm taking the 10 years.
That's
I think
cool, Daddy-O.
I think I don't hear what I'm not saying. I absolutely love my job. We are blessed to be.
Are you going to start doing something like that when you quote unquote retire? Are you going to come up with a hobby that has no connection to money that can you be fulfilled in that, in the sense that, could you be a whittler?
I think I have to.
Could you whittle?
Yeah, you have to fill your time with something. You have to come up with a hobby. We were talking about this the other day, right? Like what
Twitter.
what are our hobbies?
Oh, gosh.
And my hobby is nothing. I don't have time for hobbies. I would love to play video games. I love video games. I don't play video games. You want to know why? No time.
Well, you're raising children, and we all are doing that. And we feel like that's kind of, when we all said we didn't have hobbies, we were like, that's because mostly we have, we all have 3 kids. They're in school. That's our hobby in a lot of ways, is just like
Parenting.
And that will go away. So if that's a hobby you enjoy, you could always, like I've always thought, one of the things that's interesting is, adoption, fostering, those things can be done by people in their 50s
Wait,
and 60s.
you want to start over?
Well, no, not necessarily start over, because if you're fostering and stuff like that, you can do that at
You can
55 or
foster
65 years
and not
old.
have to feel like you're starting over. It's a
No, you're just starting over all the time.
If you
you're
don't-
old, man.
if
You did your
don't-
time.
If you don't like it, you don't got to do it.
It's a lease situation.
Thank goodness.
It's like I don't know how I feel about that joke, but I love it.
It's a good callback.
I'm just trying to decide whether to call back to emotional connections or not. But no, Mike, you don't have to foster or adopt any kids at 60.
Thank goodness.
But I don't know. I know I'm not going to be fulfilled by playing video games all day long.
I know. That's why you golf.
That might last for golfing and breakfast.
Pickleball. I will be a
man.
professional pickleball player when I
Are
retire.
we gonna golf together when we're old?
When we are old, it will just be competition after competition. We'll figure out what our old men bodies can actually
That's
still
right.
do, and we will just be competing.
Dude, give me 10 years of that. I can't wait. I'll work.
You
I'll
only
work
get 10 years?
I'll work 2
Yeah.
extra hours.
Well,
Right. When I retire, I've got probably about 10 years left before I retire.
the big retirement.
The big retirement.
In the ground.
The big R.
Big retirement. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean,
Where's Jason? Oh, he retired.
He retired. No. The big R.
the big one. All right. Did we answer this, Mike? Which are you officially taking?
I'm gonna take. I don't know, that the competition part sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah, the 10 years earlier then?
Yeah, I'll take the 10 years.
It's not like, the real question is just like, if getting 2 hours a day back, would that really make you feel like you have more time?
Probably not.
You'd probably just be parenting for 2 more
I
hours.
was going to say it might be worse. Oh, man. We got pretty sweet jobs here. We got to go home, help with more
Can I
homework.
vote 2 hours more per day?
Yeah.
Al, do we have time for another Would You Rather?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, Brad from Patreon. Would you rather have the ability to jump over anything you are looking at, or the ability to fit through any tight space that you're looking at? Let's tease this out.
One of these has been an active problem for me over the last year.
The jumping one?
Not that one. The fitting into tight spaces. Like, oh, that car is really
Well,
parked.
by tight spaces, do you mean
You mean
pants?
getting into a car?
I don't mean pants.
You just said getting into a vehicle.
Yeah, well, so, yes, I've got a practical example from literally last weekend. I was helping move.
You shouldn't.
I know I shouldn't. I've got a bit of a weight problem. I was helping a family member move, and so I rented a U-Haul. And so I go, and it's all touchless right now, and I find my truck, and I've got to get into this thing. Man, they are parked so close together. These are big 15-foot trucks that have – I'm going down an alleyway of like 1.5 feet between these trucks, and I'm trying to – I needed butter. I'm trying to squeeze through these 2 trucks. I was like, this is not going to happen. I was like, do I walk around all the trucks and try from the front? Also, U-Haul, get some more parking spots.
Did you get in?
I got it.
All right.
We did it.
Oh, my gosh. You know what's funny is when I heard this question, I instantly pictured one thing for each. Jumping over anything, the first thing I thought of was the Grand Canyon. I was like, I just want to jump over the Grand Canyon.
I thought of a mountain.
Okay, there you go.
So, I mean, that's an intense jump.
I thought of a basketball hoop. A
Yeah,
little
okay,
less
different
dreamy
goals?
over here.
But you're jumping over the hoop?
Yeah, be like, oh, look at me try. I couldn't dunk. I would not be able to
No.
dunk because I
You'd
would
go
have to jump
over.
over it.
Yeah.
But that would be a Sports Center top 10. If you jumped over and threw the ball down,
Yeah.
that's a crazy dunk.
That would be a top 10 if you jumped over a basketball hoop.
Yes, it would.
The small one, I instantly thought of like a keyhole, like an old-timey keyhole just sliding through the secret locked door.
Okay, like Alice in Wonderland?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how practical that is.
Now-
Not a lot of locked doors I'm running into these days.
Especially with
yeah,
old-timey
with
keyholes.
old-timey,
But I mean, like a crack under a door.
Yeah, I mean,
What are there any restrictions? I mean, how large is this gap? Like an electrical outlet.
yeah, sure.
I can
But I think
collapse to that.
This insinuates you're traveling through.
That's true.
There's got to be an exit. You know, some of these keyholes that you're just going into a doorknob.
Jason can rent U-Hauls all day long.
Right, right, exactly. This is incredible. I didn't know it was so sci-fi here with what we can do. But what I'm
You moving this weekend? Not a problem.
I'll
get a truck.
I don't care how close they're parked together. I don't see the practical reason for being able to squeeze through tight space. When is the last time that you two normal-sized gentlemen
Needed
to like?
squeeze?
You've seen a place you just need to squeeze through?
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, I guess you could do.
I can't think of anything.
You ever want to go under a car? I mean,
There's definitely cool stuff you could do. But,
Al, can you
but
think
not
of
nearly,
anything?
Not nearly as cool as jumping.
Not really.
Neither one of these are practical, but the jumping is more practical. Like,
It's practical.
I spill a giant soda all over the kitchen floor.
Mm-hmm.
The paper towels are on the other side. No problem.
Mike and I
I
are
can
jumping
jump-
over mountains. You're like, I could clean up a little bit easier.
I can jump over this whole Coca-Cola spill.
I'm walking downtown. This building's in my way. I'm going to jump over it. But Mr. Jump over a spill. Got to
That's-
raise your expectations.
It's literally
over
a
here, man.
millimeter high.
Are you blocking your pathway with spills on a regular basis?
Also, you can't jump the spill. How big is this spill?
Yeah, man.
It's a 6-foot spill. It's a wide. It was
Is it 2 liter?
It was a 2-liter, and I waited. I just watched it for a while as it
Oh
continued to spill out.
no! Someone do
I
something.
can see Jason picking this one and then just waiting for a 2-liter to spill for months on end.
But I was trying
this
to come
out.
up with practical things. Like, yes, I could go see a skyscraper and jump over it. Awesome. But what is a practical, useful, a time where you're like, man, I really need to jump over this thing.
I'd be getting on cruise ships while they're already at sea.
So you're jumping over the ocean.
I'm jumping over
back
the
to
ocean
land?
to the cruise ship and then
Ooh.
back.
That's pretty sweet.
I don't
Okay,
have a
so
whole lot.
super practical.
I don't think there's practicality
Well,
on either
practicality.
side.
I mean, it's
I
the same
just gave
thing.
you a really practical.
the 2-liter spill is the most practical
Do
thing.
you want to walk across this and have the sticky shoes, or do you want to just jump it?
36 years I haven't had a need to get from one side of a spill to another via jump.
You've had to jump over a puddle, though.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
there we go.
Very rarely.
Practical.
Okay. Let's move on.
That's a great question.
All right. That's a great question. Noah from the website says, time for the Spitballers to settle another marital dispute. Well, there's
Oh.
Well, that's what we're here for.
experts, actually. Just ask our wives. How do you correctly use up eggs out of the carton? Is it by rows or columns, right to left, left to right? Well, this is a great question, as the title suggests.
It's an important one. And there is clearly a right methodology.
It
I don't.
is
Hold
there.
on. Last time we had one of these, you guys ruined my life. Okay?
Did we really improve your life? Is that what you mean?
No, you know what I'm talking about.
No, which one?
I was a
Oh,
person
was
who
this
could.
the standing and sitting?
No. This was. I was a person who lived my life joyfully. I didn't have any problems, no matter what way somebody put the toilet paper. Then suddenly you
okay.
told me the right way to do it, which
Yeah.
was
Yep.
over.
We improved your life.
Yeah.
And then now I'm a toilet paper Nazi. I flip them if I'm in a house that needs them
Good
flipped.
for you, man.
Yeah, good. Yes.
But what I'm about to say is I don't give a crap about how the eggs come out.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you do.
I grab them at random.
What? You
No.
grab them at random?
You don't just
You're
grab
grabbing
one, out
one
of
from
the middle?
the middle, one from the left, one from the right, and just put. Now, do you put
What are you, a psychopath?
I don't. I can tell
You're
you.
grabbing from the middle?
I can tell you. I honestly don't care. I don't notice or care. My whole life has been this
Oh.
just completely devoid of any plan when it comes to eggs. I make eggs every morning almost.
full anarchist?
Yeah,
Full does not
seriously.
believe in laws, rules.
Al, have you ever thought about the order in which you're taking the eggs out? Don't answer. All right, you guys.
Okay, hold on. Here's a follow-up kind of very important aspect to this. What do you do with the shells? Are you putting the shells back in
You're not
going to
like my answer.
Are you putting them what do you eat them?
No.
what answer can you give me that's really going to upset me?
Because I put the shells back in the carton.
That's totally normal.
Is it?
That's the answer I thought I was going to get.
I've done it. I've seen it done a couple times, and I thought it was abnormal. Al.
They go back in the carton for me.
So wait, you crack them, and then do you wash your hands, or do you just lick your fingers clean?
Wait, what does washing your hands have to do with where you put the shell?
He's saying he's getting egg all over his yolk on his...
Do you crack your egg and drop the egg into the pan without getting yolk on you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, and then I wash my hands.
Oh, okay. But you put the shells back in versus in the sink. I put them in the sink.
We do both, but my wife, I would say the majority of time, she puts her shells back in the carton. And here's why it matters. If you're putting the shells back in the carton, you can't go at random.
No.
I don't want to look at these full egg things and be... I need to have clear delineation of which ones are used and which ones aren't. I don't need to be at the end of my dozen and be like, I don't know if there's any eggs in here or not. So that's why you go
Al thinks
left.
I'm a psycho now because I put them in the sink.
And then you garbage dispose
Yeah,
them?
garbage disposal.
That's fine.
That's normal.
I have never heard of that.
I think I've heard of it before.
That's what I personally do.
You go sink?
I go sink. My wife goes carton. They're
Yeah.
both acceptable.
Now, hold on. So how far away is your sink from
Super close.
the stovetop? So, but is this your Kobe and you're shooting it?
I'm not Kobe because I need to rinse my hands, so it's practical for me
you
to
just go drop
I
it?
drop them in and then rinse my hands at the same motion.
Yeah.
But okay.
But as far as when this
But what
is
you're
like,
saying makes sense about the order. If you're putting them back in, you need to follow an order. Otherwise, you're getting all
that's right.
dirty with the clean.
Yep, 100%. And you
Dirty
have to go
with the clean.
You have to go left to right. That's the weirdest part about this question. Oh, it's left to right or right to left? Well, then that just depends on what country you live in, right? You got to go reading. You've got to go how you read.
Sure.
If you're in Israel, I support you going right to left. You read right to left, you take those eggs right to left. But we're over here in America, we're top to bottom, left to right people.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm sad that this question came up because my life had been just joyful.
Wait. Owl just said he does columns. Now, columns is
right to left in columns.
Columns is the long, right?
No,
Wait.
that's a row.
That's the row?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
So he's going left to right.
No, columns makes sense to me.
Yeah, top to bottom, left to right.
Hold on.
Yeah, top to
So
bottom,
then-
left to right. Jason's
so if
right.
you're looking at this thing,
Yeah.
you take top left,
Okay.
bottom left.
But
The
with
next top left, the next bottom left.
That's the
then-
best thing to do with shells. Otherwise, you're going to have shells up above a whole row of clean
Right.
eggs.
Oh, see, I go like just like reading.
Oh, you go full
Yeah, so
top line.
I'll go left to right. Left
But you
to
don't
right.
put shells back in, or you do?
I do. I put the shells
Interesting.
back in.
See, if you don't put the shells back in, you have a completely safe space.
You do create a bit of a weight distribution problem though.
Oh, with your method.
Yeah, and I have experienced this where you grab.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If one side ends up getting all light, you pick it up and you miscalculate how heavy the eggs will actually be. So there is a problem with my method, but it's too late. I'm old. I'm stuck in
I'm
my
no
ways.
math-
Could there be a
mathematician.
diagonal solution to this?
No.
You go zigzag?
What is this, a square egg carton?
No, you go zigzag.
My eggs come in a 5x5 grid.
No, zigzag. You can't picture a zigzag in your head?
Yeah, but then you're not going to know which.
I'm
The
just
weight
shells-
distribution is perfect with zigzag. That's all I'm saying.
It's not perfect with zigzag.
It's
You'd have to go
basically
left.
perfect.
It's not at all. You got to go one from the left, one from the right. If you're going,
Hold on, we're drawing zigzag
yeah.
lines.
So you start on the left and you go zigzag. Now stop, because that's how many eggs you've
Oh,
taken.
Right?
Which side of the carton is heavier? The right side is heavier, and your left is still.
All right, this is not good podcasting.
I think, but we've solved a lot of problems. So,
Yeah, I think we nailed it.
So Noah, you're welcome.
Terrible question. Now I'm going to think about this tomorrow. My life was perfect. All right, Mason from Patreon.
Oh, thank you for your support.
You discover that you received $400 worth of Amazon gift cards from your company as a thank you for your hard work. Do you reward yourself with something big, like a new guitar, piece of tech, a toy, or do you share it with the wife so that you can each get something smaller or something for the house? So this is good. This is good. Here's the thing. I love it when people give gift cards because it's permission to spend.
100%.
When you give somebody cash, they feel like maybe I got to pay a bill. I gotta put this to a more responsible use. When you give them a gift card to a place, it's permission to spend.
You have to. You're like, oh, I got a Pizza Hut gift card. Looks like we're ordering Pizza
Yeah,
Hut.
you can't buy practical things with a Pizza Hut
But
gift
specifically with Amazon, you can live both ways. I mean, you can
can.
get practical. You can get your groceries if you want, or you can get a cool guitar or whatever. I don't think this is a question so much of this sounds like Mason is saying, do I hide it from the wife or not? But what I'm saying is this isn't about hiding it from the wife. This is practical versus impractical. And if you got a gift from your company for hard work, don't you dare spend that on a practical need. Don't you dare get groceries or garbage bags.
Really?
Oh, this is your opportunity to splurge, get yourself
It
something
does
nice.
suck. I know that if I deposit one of those gift cards into our family Amazon account, it's going to be dribbled away on trash bags and Lysol and some restocking of a vitamin.
Oh, get yourself a robot.
Get yourself a robot dog.
You need a lot more.
You
than
just
400.
need about $74,600.
The best part of Amazon gift cards is, like we talk about the practicality. Someone gives me a restaurant gift card. Number one, it's in my wallet. Number two, I forget it's ever there.
I've got 10 restaurant gift cards that I'm not using.
I pull it up. I'm like, oh, holy crap. I was supposed to buy ice cream 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But Amazon, it's like it's like when you find the $20 bill in your winter coat when you go to check out. It's like, how would you like to pay? Oh, well, we will apply $33.85 from your gift card. You go, oh, hot dog. I got money on here.
And I get that, but I actually think the broad nature of Amazon is worse for the gift card. I need something at a more fixed, like you brought up Pizza Hut, maybe not that, but
Guitar
GameStop,
Center. Yeah,
right? You give me $400 for GameStop. I get to go buy video games. When it's Amazon, it's too broad.
Interesting.
You get a $400 gift card to Brooks Brothers. Be like, ooh, I can get a back scratcher for this. But look, it lights up.
Yeah, zero gravity.
But I do agree with you in the sense that Amazon, if you take that gift card and you put it to your account, it disappears.
Yes.
You don't even feel any of it. It's just they suck your money back out of that gift
And
card.
unless you had one thing that you really wanted to buy before you got the gift card, you are not excited about anything because it's too much choice. The choice is just infinite.
Yeah. And Jay, with sucking your money just right from you, when you return stuff now on Amazon, they're always like, hey, we can put this back on your credit card. It'll take 3 to 5 business days. Or you could put it right in your Amazon account, and we'll give you that money right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to be back, Mr. Amazon.
They do have a lot of
so, yes, please.
funny incentives, too, like when you can get something shipped the next day, or we can ship it more conveniently for us in 2 days, and I'll give you a free movie.
I have done that method so many times, and I think I've collected 0 of those rewards.
Right.
I never remember.
But you want the value?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I don't need this. Maybe I'll rent a movie on Amazon Prime. I don't know.
Yeah.
The answer is, I'm lying to myself. The answer is no, I will not.
Can you use the $400 worth of Amazon gift cards to buy gift cards to more specific places?
I think you can.
What?
Yeah, you want to go to Outback Steakhouse? Boom, bam.
$400?
$400.
You want a $400
steak.
Outback?
It's just a currency exchange?
Yeah, but it's a currency exchange that limits you. So it's a currency exchange that says I'm gonna have to spend something on me.
That's what you do. You need to panic buy a specific place unless you're going to let it just go away on practical items.
That's the answer.
Okay, Aaron from the website with a much different question. If you eat your limbs, do you gain weight or lose weight?
Oh,
that is
man.
mind-bending.
If you eat your limbs, do you gain weight or lose weight?
I mean,
well, you're gonna lose weight.
Yeah, how is it not lose weight?
Are you ever? if you never poop or pee again, then you stay the same.
Well, but is that true? That's the real question. Is like if you ate your limbs right now,
Yes.
do you weigh the exact amount at the end of eating your limbs as right now?
You're going to have to make a limb smoothie.
Yeah, I think you have to weigh the same.
We're kind of moving past the fact that it's a little bit cumbersome to eat your own limbs off.
But it's not just you got the bone, you got the marrow.
But does the smoothie have the exact same mass?
I would.
Yes,
I think so.
But obviously, when you pour it in your cup or
You're
your
gonna
mouth,
lose-
you're going to lose a little bit of the residue.
of
This
the
is
limb.
really gross.
The limb smoothie.
I think
The implication is you could drink the limb smoothie with all of its contents. You're not losing some to the smoothie.
Yeah, but it won't all get used.
Does anything happen in
Limb
terms of
poops.
like the science of, your saliva and digesting it, and like, can you lose weight that way?
By eating your limb?
Right.
Yes.
Would you weigh the exact same amount?
No, you would weigh less.
Okay, but how does that scientifically happen if it's the exact same? Let me ask you this, Mike.
All right.
If you eat a 10-pound weight,
Okay.
okay, you hold a 10-pound weight or you eat a 10-pound weight, do you weigh 10 pounds more at the end?
For a little bit.
yeah, you have to
For a little
until
bit.
you excrete
Even if
anything
you
out.
chew it up.
Yes, chewing something. If you were to take a 10-pound weight and chop it up into little tiny bits and put it on a scale, it's going to weigh 10 pounds.
Now, wait
no,
a second.
No matter disappeared.
You gain weight because of caloric intake on top of like the weight of something, right? Your body builds weight. So are you getting caloric value out of your own limbs because they're meat?
You'll you'll get nutritional
So
value.
will you
from the
gain
limb
weight?
smoothie.
No, because you also lost.
Why did somebody link
12
me to an
pounds.
Outback Steakhouse gift card?
Are you treating the company?
Apparently.
What's the amount of that Outback bread?
So just let me put this out there because I'm trying to
Okay.
understand the science, which you both seem to
Oh,
comprehend
we
perfectly.
fully understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
You eat your limbs right now.
Mm-hmm.
You wait 24 hours, no poop, no pee.
Mm-hmm.
Do you weigh exactly the same as you do right now?
No, because there's things like sweat and.
But what about the calories building fat in your body, which weighs
But you
more?
won't absorb all the calories. Your body will take what it can.
Right.
It'll store some, and then it'll reject the other in a triumphant limb smoothie diarrhea.
Triumphant.
It would be triumphant.
Okay. This is
This is not a weight loss method we approve of.
right. No, Aaron, you've disturbed us to a significant degree. Thank you.
The Spitballers Draft.
It's too gristly. Otherwise, we'd recommend
The
it.
gristle.
Too much gristle.
Yeah. You got to smoke it first. It's
You-
really a hassle.
Ideally, yeah.
And
but-
then you're only got one hand for the smoking, and it's a problem.
yeah, it's just not easy.
Yeah.
From what I understand. All right, Hospital Battle Royale. That is our draft today. A Hospital Battle Royale. We tend to visit various locations and battle with one another. You talked about what would we do in our retirement. Apparently, this is the answer. We would fight in a variety of locations until one of us reaches the big R, the big retirement ceremony, which after this draft, you'll both be suffering from the big R when I
Oh.
get done with you.
No way. No way. My list is so good. And not only is it a
My
good
list is terrible.
but I just thought of something to add on that I love. Oh, man.
All right,
All
so we are all dropped off at a hospital.
All right.
Now, I know Al, just keep Jason in check here because I don't know how much cheating he's going to do,
All of
but
the
we
cheating.
know it will be a lot. But Mike gets the first pick.
Yeah, and this is not a great place to be. There's at least a handful of things that could easily go at the number one spot. But I'll take the one that is the most fun. Maybe it's not the most practical, but it's the most fun, and it would be terrifying to see me running at you with a defibrillator.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
that was my number 2. That was my number 2 pick because of what
Clear.
you said. It's just so fun.
Exactly.
I mean, it might not win.
We're going to get
It
so
most
many.
definitely won't win.
We will get notes from doctors of, well, you can't actually. No, in our battle royale, I can just hit you
It
with them.
basically just shocks you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you'll be shot back multiple feet.
So, but don't make the mistake of,
Or you don't rub them together.
well, if you use that thing after you've killed me, you may just bring me back for the rest of the fight.
Oh,
So
that's
just
a
be
good point.
careful.
You can't over defib.
Or I might be like asking you, please, please. So you got the defibrillator. That
I
wasn't
do.
even on my list, which means my list is probably crappy.
Oh, man. Now, let's get the cheating out of the way. I
Oh,
assume I
gosh.
cannot take the ambulance, right? Because I'll run you guys down.
The ambulance is not inside of
The
the
ambulance
hospital.
was 100% on my list.
Well, you,
It was my secret last pick.
I'll take the medical chopper. All
All right,
it's
the
gotta be
ambulance is off the
inside.
list. Yeah, of course.
Inside
of
the
course. Of course,
hospital.
I would never allow that.
Can I get the hospital shotgun? Is that available?
I'll take the security guard. Now there's two of me, and he's got a gun. All right, let's be real.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get serious. We're in a fight. Mike has a
I am
defibrillator.
going-
This thing's getting serious.
This is getting serious. Look, when we do these fights, it's about what can be weaponized, and I'm taking one that already is one. I'm taking a bone saw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
All
baby.
right.
I'll
Yeah.
go right through you.
Well, slowly. And
Yeah,
like,
so-
but methodically, like hold still kind of just right through you.
Just give me 20 back and forths.
I never would have imagined the 101 drop into me here. But it did. So I'll just take a scalpel. I mean, I'm gonna
See,
be
that was on my
slicing,
list. That was on
dicing.
my list.
It-
It's far more
It'll be
practical
nice.
than your bone saw.
No, it
Your
is
bone
not.
saw is it's unwieldy.
My bone saw is so much larger that he's not going to be able to get at me while I'm swinging a bone saw on him. He's got his little tiny itty bitty baby
I don't
knife.
know, man. I think the leverage on it's going to be all weird.
if you hit me with a bone saw, I'm gonna have a little cut.
If you
Unless
hit me
you
with a
get too-
scalpel, I'm going to lose a limb.
No, but you will be.
I have a little
you'll be
cut.
slashed open. It will not be a little cut, man. It's a scalpel.
I'm telling
Its
you.
whole essence is big cuts.
This is what they use to open the body.
But I understand that
This is-
after you look, you might need to dispose the body,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you'll have the tool. Now the question is where to go from here. And I think I need to be smart here. And I really want something, but I want it to come back to me. I'm going to take the risk.
Okay.
So I am going to go with something that I know you're afraid of, independent of being in a battle.
Oh no,
Something
spiders.
that you're terrified of. I'm going to take some syringes.
Yeah, that was
Some
mine.
needles. I'm going to be able to throw those things
It's
while I'm wielding
that's a
my
great pick.
scalpels.
It's a great pick.
And
It will make me duck. That is true. It will make me jump out of the way, and so that is a great pick.
Thank you.
Um,
I already know you ain't jumping very far there, Mr. 2-liter. I ain't worried about it.
All right, it's to me. I've got a couple clever ones that I think I'm going to take later, and they're going to come back to me. This was top of the mind. I heard about this. I put myself in a little hospital room, and I looked around mentally. And I said,
Yeah.
what's here? Because there's no bone saw in that room, hopefully. And so I look around, and there it was.
Yeah?
It's the first thing I would grab if we're in a fight. It's just the IV stand. It's
Oh,
you know what I mean?
okay.
It's basically a spear. I
Yeah.
could turn it around, have the wheels at you. I can even ride the thing if I want to. You know what I mean? All these floors in the hospital are,
they're real stable.
But-
Hold a lot of weight.
but the IV stand.
You could keep me at a distance.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
And then you'll hit me with little tiny hypodermic needles.
I imagine that thing functioning like the chair when they're holding off a lion. You know what I mean?
Yes, that is what it is.
Yeah, I
Now
can
I
see
need a
that.
whip.
I don't know about
you
the
have your
spear-
bone saw.
I don't know
You
about the
can-
spear part of it, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good pick.
Thanks.
All right. I have my picks. Number one. I'm not sure that this pick is this type of a pick. I don't think it's ever been taken.
Oh no.
In
Oh, no.
this is a weird thing
I
for you to
have,
be
I
reacting.
have a pick that we've never taken this type of a pick.
because this is not for you guys. This pick is for me. I know I'm if I'm fighting Andy, he's got a scalpel. I'm taking at least a few slashes of your scalpel.
Oh, you're so smart.
Jason's got a bone saw. I'm getting hit at least a few times with the bone saw. Am I gonna feel it? No, because I'm going to be nitrous up, baby. You give me the gas, and I will feel none of your attacks.
Oh, man, you were
That
so
is
close.
so funny.
No, there's another one you could take, and you'll be on the ground.
No, hold on. I don't want to leave Mike's pick for a second
Yeah.
because it's hilarious. And also it's hilarious because as opposed to you finding a piece of armor, you're willing to take the damage.
Yes.
You just don't want to
I
feel
will
it.
die, but I won't
No.
feel it.
You want to die numb
I
or
also,
giggling.
I also love that
I will be doing both of those things.
your wits about you have now been diminished because
Slightly.
I've seen.
But your voice sounds like this
They have slightly. Look, no, I've got it. I can.
You
if
went
I
with-
need a little. I don't need to just sit there and count to 10. I can just take. No, we're good. We're good, man.
He's sitting there trying to figure out how to turn his defibrillator
also
on.
over here getting
He's
high on
nitrous.
nitrous.
He's nitrous.
I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna die
He's
happy.
shocking himself.
Oh, I'm passing out. Clear.
If you're looking for me, I will be in the corner.
Oh my goodness! All right, you get another pick. Lucky you.
And it's this one it's a bit armor. I thought you were going to go with this one, Jason.
Okay.
I mean, it's a classic. You see people hitting the head with it all the time in the movies. I will take a bedpan.
Yeah,
okay.
a bedpan's good.
I can wield this thing as a weapon. I can block. Maybe I got some poo I can use as a weapon.
But be careful of them. I mean, it's metal, right?
yes.
So be careful with the defibrillator. That's all I'm saying.
I got
Just-
those on my hips.
All right, those are clear.
The
all right.
fastest draw
All
in
right.
the hospital.
All right, we only got one pick before the one that I want gets back to me. So Jason, don't ruin this.
Well, I'm not going to ruin it because you weren't upset by Mike's pick.
Mhm.
I was tilted because there were two that I thought you guys aren't going to think of this, and you did think of the right line of thinking. It's not just a what's it do to you, but what can it do to me. So I'm taking the same line of thinking, but I am taking a shot of adrenaline.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I'm going to be strong. I'm basically on PCP. Let's go. You want to fight someone
That's
crazy
a good
on
one.
drugs? I'm stronger, faster. I mean, I'll die after the fight. You know what I mean? But I will win the fight.
I've got a new defensive plan on Jason, which is just I'm just going to run around the hospital until his heart explodes.
Now,
you're doomed.
I looked this up. Adrenaline lasts until
You
whatever. Sure, that would stop it. But it lasts basically when adrenaline comes. It lasts until whatever event is happening is over. So no joke.
Well, yeah,
Wow.
but not the drug though. You're talking about adrenaline in your system.
Yes, I am. But shh.
Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to be all smart.
Yeah,
Yeah, adrenaline will suppress your appetite, which would be key to keeping going in this.
that's great, man. Because hospital cafeteria is underrated.
Oh man, Mike's defibrillator mixed with.
With Jason's adrenaline heart.
Well, look, I wouldn't be doing myself a service in one of these battle royales if I didn't go to my roots in these fights. Now, look, we've been in a home improvement store before, and you've seen me cruising
You take
around.
Another lawnmower.
You've seen me cruising around in a lawnmower. Look, I've got a scalpel. It's quick. It's wieldy. I've got a bunch of syringes. I'm throwing them. But you know what? You ever been hit with a drive-by? I'm taking a wheelchair, baby. Those hallways are wide, and I'm going to get from point A to point B.
Wheelchair?
Oh, I'm taking a wheelchair.
I thought I knew your pick. And it also has wheels, but it has so much more practical purpose
Impossible.
than sitting down in a wheelchair and going slower.
Is it the bed?
Yes.
Oh, no, I get a running start.
You get a running start for the wheelchair.
You're darn right I do.
How does that what does a running start with a wheelchair
First
look
of all, I
like?
probably have an electric one.
First of all, you can't run when you're in a wheelchair. You going backwards on this thing? You're running and then jumping into it?
I'm going to – look, the mental picture of me doing a drive-by syringe throw at you is all I need.
All right. Oh, man. Wait, how many – is this my last pick?
It is.
Oh, no.
Do you just have so many?
I believe it is
do.
my pick.
Oh,
Ooh, thank you.
oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry,
man.
Jason. That was not intentional.
Thank you, Jeremy. That is exactly what it's a bobsled push-off with the wheelchair. That's right.
I don't think it's going to last very
You're not
long.
going to be able to jump the back.
Most hospitals, you don't know this, most hospitals are at a tilt. So if I start at one side,
They're graded out.
The
So
momentum.
all we have to do is go up and then laugh at his wheelchair. We're on high ground.
Mike won't know up from down. He's on nitrous.
That's true.
Wandering around with a bedpan, probably peeing in it.
Yeah. I'll
Mike's
take a colostomy bag because I'm going to need it.
All right. I need to make another pick.
You think a colostomy bag bomb would
Oh,
have been
man.
effective?
That would. I'd rather
Colostomy bomb?
colostomy
Oh, no.
bomb. Oh, yuck.
Oh, don't misthrow that. All right. I have to make one more pick. And I'm going to go with something a little bit surprising. But I might need it to use these needles to maximize their value. And so I'm gonna take a bunch of IV tubing and I'm gonna wrap it around your neck. I'm gonna set traps with it.
Okay. So you got like a whip?
I can use it as a whip. I can use it as a
Watch
something
him, Nene. Sorry.
I can use it to strangle you.
Did you just whip and name it?
You know it. I mean.
And I'll set a bunch of traps up with it, and I'll trip you with it, like Home Alone style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're going down.
I will slip.
And then
That is
I'll
correct.
ride on top of your body with my wheelchair.
All right. Oh.
It's not making it over him.
Okay, so I'm on the clock for my last pick, and I've got a problem because my best pick on my sheet, the one that I want the most, is defensive. It's a shield, if you will. But
Okay.
I've already got the IV stand that's not really a weapon.
Agreed.
And I've got a bone saw, which is a weapon, but my adrenaline shot makes me a weapon, but I feel like I'm one weapon short. So, do I go weapon or shield?
Oh, second thoughts.
All right. I am going to take a surgical mallet. This is basically,
That's a thing?
that is a thing.
A
It is
surgical-
a surgical mallet.
Now, is that just a hammer?
It is basically just a hammer, except it's double-sided,
Weak.
super metal. Oh, if good.
Weak.
Right now,
No,
Google
wait, is this
surgical
Find
mallets.
something dangerous in a surgical textbook.
Is this like the hammer they use to test your reflexes
It's the
on
same.
your
No, it's not a little rubber.
Yeah.
It's not a little rubber triangle that hits your knee. This is to get my bone
Does
saw
that-
through.
does
I'm going to
that
hit the back
tool-
of my bone saw with my surgical
You want us to
mallet.
lay down and let you perform surgery on us, and we're not going to.
Does that knee tool do anything else?
No.
Or if they created it's a hammer, it's a rubber hammer tool that does one thing.
Yeah, but you.
Because
What
there's-
else does a tongue depressor do? I mean, it does one thing.
But those are
like,
disposable.
it's a stick, and you could do other things with a stick. But like, if this is, and it's not like you can't just poke someone in the knee and their knee flares out with a reaction. They need the special hammer tool.
Use your blade hand. just blade hand my knee.
I don't know. Just this is silly.
Ruminating
silly thing.
over there. All right, so
Yep.
you took some sort of hammer nobody knows about.
The doctors out there, they know.
The surgeons out there, the next levels. All right, Mike, you get a last pick.
This brings me back to my medical machine gun.
You with a bedpan, a defibrillator, and some nitrous right now is my favorite mental picture.
You're certainly in the corner,
Yes.
waiting to revive yourself.
Oh man.
Now what? Now what?
Yeah, I only have one on my list, and it's so stupid.
Oh, good.
All right, well, I'll clearly be in a good mental state, really focused from the nitrous, and I've already accepted that I'm gonna take some damage here, but I don't want to be bleeding everywhere, so I gotta help myself out. I'll take the stitches.
You're gonna stitch yourself back up while we're trying to.
I'm gonna call a timeout. I will back up. I'll take a couple nitrous hits and then stitch myself up, and I'll be good to go.
Could
Oh,
you
man.
stitch yourself? Do you think you could actually
Oh,
stitch
could I
yourself?
stitch? Heck yes.
Yeah.
could?
Yeah,
I could stitch
1000%.
another person.
No, I could stitch myself.
Oh my gosh, that's
Could you
super
remove
impressive.
a bullet from yourself?
Yes.
Like in the Wild West? Could
Now,
you
why
pull your
do-
own tooth?
Why do you have?
I've ripped several of my own teeth out
Why?
because
Like every
no,
week?
no, that sounds like a weird statement, but no, like as a kid, went to the dentist and it was I have baby molars. The roots are completely gone, but they're still real sturdy, and it's if these don't come out, we're gonna have to pull them. So I just over the course of a few days found a little notch and ripped my tooth
Now
out.
the irony here is that you took
handle it.
nitrous to dull the pain that you
Yes.
apparently don't feel.
Well, I don't want to bleed out, and it makes it easier to do the stitches if I can't feel it.
I'm
Look,
very
my plan
I'm
is,
very impressed with you.
is foolproof.
He's snitching on people over there. Oh yeah. Welcome to the Spitballers Comedy Podcast, everybody.
So let me check the scoreboard. We got a whip and nay, and then we got a snitches get stitches.
That is correct.
So Mike took a defibrillator, he took laughing gas, he took a bedpan, and he took stitches.
Guys, I don't think I'm going to win.
I've been on nitrous before. It did not make me feel like I was going to win a fight. It did make me think I was really funny telling jokes to a nurse. That's what it did.
Yeah, oh, you're going to be hysterical.
You will be the funniest.
We will stop fighting for a while to record.
There's bedpan guy. Is he stitching himself again?
So my shield.
Mike, you're not even hurt.
Stop. There's no cut there. Stop stitching yourself.
I don't feel it. I don't feel it.
Preventative
stitching. You'll never be able to get through all my stitches.
Jason has a bone saw. He's got his IV stand, which I thought was a great pick. I did not have that on my list. An adrenaline shot, which I believe probably more useful than the nitrous, and a surgical mallet. I went scalpel, syringes, a really fast, nimble wheelchair, and some IV tubing.
And the pick that I wanted, but I felt like it was too defensive at the end. I thought about it right as we started. If only you guys had, some kind of gun, because a cadaver shield would be fantastic. You got to get through
a dead
Wait,
body.
a dead body?
Yeah. I mean, you see it in the movies,
The
right?
meat shield. Yeah.
See, the meat shield.
That would be the pincushion.
Absolutely. Try getting the scalpel through double human layers.
Did you see? I thought about drafting. I mean, you guys both took drugs, different drugs. Is there any offensive drugs? I didn't know if I could get a vial of blood with like an infection in it and throw it at you. It got a little bit.
Well, I mean, there's like you could hit somebody with a what do they use to put people to sleep? Besides,
Yeah, some.
I've got that. I've got anesthesia drugs on my list,
Yeah.
but I think I got to get that into a vein. So
Yeah.
that's going to be hard.
Yeah. I got a lab coat if you want to look good while you're like,
Ooh,
you know.
Yeah,
fashion is important.
I had a fleeting thought of do I just take the hospital robe? So I'm real nimble.
Oh, I had
I'm nimble but covered.
the whole X-ray machine on mine. Like, I'm not going to let you guys have your lead vests, and I'll just turn that thing
Oh,
on.
the lead vest! That would have been a great pick.
Actually, the lead vests
Oh
themselves
my
would have been
goodness,
great.
that's better than a meat shield. I can actually wear that thing. Oh, a lead vest is perfect.
I thought about trying to lock one of you guys in one of those iron lungs too. I think they got those at the hospital. They still got the iron lungs, Al. You know this.
For polio, right?
Once you build one, you've got them forever.
Yeah, it's no knee hammer. I'm sure there's a lot of different uses.
All right. And you guys have anything else?
No.
Oh, mercy.
What did we learn today?
Oh, man, I learned that a lead vest would have been a great pick.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Way better than 3/4 of my picks.
Way better than Stitches. A Stitches kit.
I learned that I am looking forward to the days when robots can rule my life.
And that you may cry when they die.
Yeah. That is something I learned today.
I learned that Mike Wright doesn't feel pain regardless of nitrous and is willing to rip his own teeth
Yeah,
out.
why would you need nitrous if you're like, yo, dude, I could pull a bullet out, rip my teeth out?
That's a great point.
Maybe he's been on nitrous for quite a while.
Didn't say it didn't hurt. I'm just a man. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.